Hello, this is the Sharaba V Tarot Channel. I'm your host, Pickles. Before I begin, I want to shout out Lilo Vanity, a constant beacon of feminine strength. My readings are based on your Vedic moon sign. Before I begin, I want to make it known I am a servant of the great work, not its master. If you find my reading helpful, donate to www.nobabyblisters.com. If you need further assistance, check the description box. Today we are going to be doing the second half of November, going into December for my water and air signs. So we're going to start at Pisces, go into Cancer, and with Scorpio. And before we get to them, we're going to go with our air moon signs, which are going to be Aquarius, Gemini, and then Libra, and finish up with the water signs. Let's begin. We're going to start today by speaking to our people with moon in Aquarius. So moon in Aquarius. Let's see where we're coming from today. So your challenge last week was the Sun card. Your challenge last week, Moon in Aquarius, was to be a little bit more expressive in the coming weeks because you had Knight of Wands energy. So you had a lot of positive vibes to share with people. And your future card came out as the Sun card from our last week in Aquarius. What this means is you just need to be a little more expressive, be a little more open-minded, and be a little more social. Let's see how you did. Eight of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Pentacles, it's more of a card of planning, implementing. You've been putting forth diligent and focus in both work and lives. You may be over excelling. Either your children is coming home into the holidays with wonderful grades, or you're over excelling about work, or your family has a lot of good things to say to you. But the thing about the Eight of Pentacles energy is it takes pride in this pentacle that it's holding. I'm not sure if you can see, but you see it's taking pride in one aspect of this life, while there are still some work to do in other aspects of the Eight of Pentacles. So you might say, yeah, I'm doing really good at work, but your significant other may require a little bit more attention. Your parents may feel like there's a little bit more time you can spend. Or your friends say, hey, he's doing good professionally, but you might want to focus more on your social life, or vice versa. Or you might be having a good old time with your friends, and work or another aspect of your life or something might be out of balance. So you might be doing really well with this pentacle that you're holding. So yeah, there is something going really well, but he's notice how he's not focused on the other pentacles around him. What this means is you may need to shift out of what's coming naturally for you and think of how you can improve other ways of life. The Eight of Pentacles, talking to my moon in Aquarius. And you have Judgment. So Judgment has already been passed. So whatever you're working for, the Judgment card is kind of, it means it's above me now. You see that guy right there? He don't walk this earth, okay? And when he makes his final judgment, then there's nothing else to say. You can think about it. You can go around in your head and all you want to, but judgment's already been passed. It could be in your favor and it could be not, but right now, it doesn't seem like it's negative. It seems like the creator is saying, hey, if I'm focused on manifesting what I want for you, he really just wants you to get out of his way now. He knows what you want. He knows what he wants for you. And if they're not alignment, he's going to come out on top. So this is a card of trust. Right now, you're in a present moment where you're going to have to just trust that judgment has already been passed, and that you have to remember that you are not the final judge on this plane. And Six of Swords. So with this Six of Swords energy, you need to be moving away from difficulties. With this Judgment and Six of Swords energy, the creator, the divine being, the ethers that are at work have already passed judgment. The reason I keep reiterating this is because you keep saying, but that's not what I want. That's not what I want. And the ferryman at the back of the boat is saying, it doesn't matter. You doing all this thinking, you using all this word, you expending all this energy, and it's wasteful. It seems like with my moon in Aquarius, something has recently changed or transpired, and you're not yet comfortable with it. And you might be pouting, you might be in a bad mood, and that's what's putting you in the Six of Swords energy. So you need to abandon your old assumptions and say, hey, it's not that bad. I know right now, when you're relinquishing control is not always easy, but that's what you're being challenged to do. Here with this Six of Swords energy, it's a card of letting go. You are not the person driving the boat. The person driving the boat is spirit itself. All you can do is ride the current along with spirit, because resisting at this point isn't going to work in your favor. Whatever you've been going back and forth in your mind over, judgment has already been passed. Next, we are going to be moving to my Gemini, my moon in Gemini. And it looks like last time you had the Five of Swords and the Five of Cups, which was some little difficult energy. I think that you all had, you all were coming from the Knight of Wands, Five of Swords for your current energy, and your challenge the Five of Cups. So with that Five of Cups energy, you just had to watch where you're putting your energy into. I think the focus last time for my moon in Gemini was to make sure that we were including and informing what our family was up to. Let's see what's going on. Wonderful, wonderful. Geminis, the mutable sign. So first up, you have the Six of Pentacles. So it's a smiley time right now. So you're feeling pretty good if you have a moon in Gemini. With this Six of Pentacles, you're balanced. It's not always easy to do when you have a moon sign in Geminis. You may have been generous and feel slighted, but do not fret. You just have to trust spirit. And you see that you're holding on in his hand. He's holding on to the two pentacles. Those two pentacles are the double-sidedness of your emotional state. So your divine feminine and your divine masculine, the energies within yourself feel really good. You feel really good on the inside, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that there are other people in the situation that you care about, but with having a moon in Gemini, you do yourself a favor when you put yourself first emotionally, because it does take a little bit more tenderness when you have a moon in Gemini. And I know you might feel bad, like, oh, I've been spending a lot of time with myself, but it's okay. These people in your life that you are concerned with, they're floating. They're still there. Everything is good. Keep doing what you're doing and keep focusing on yourself, my moon in Gemini. Because the Fool card is up next. So right now, it's a good thing that you're in a good place emotionally, because you got another adventure coming up. So there's a difference between the Fool and the Magician. The Fool card is a little bit less realistic than the Magician card. Right now, you are just stepping out with optimism. You're about to start a new venture, and all you're going off of is optimism. But the challenge with the Fool card is you have to be realistic in what it takes to get to where you want to be. Whatever you're trying to manifest, you're going to need a little bit more than just your optimism. See, this is That's nothing but your positive feelings. You're not looking at the downsides. You're not looking at what are going to be some of the emotions I can go through. What are going to be some of the tangible goods that I need to involve to make this project successful. You're just about to start a project and you're saying, going into the new year, you're saying, hey, I feel good about this. This is what I'm going to do and it's going to work out. But the challenge with the Fool card is to try to shift into the magician energy, take into account the tangible goods, the intangible. I know you want to manifest things, but there are also some other things around you that you might want to answer some questions. So you have a big goal in mind right now, Moon in Gemini, and I'm not putting any doubt in on it, but remember that it takes a little bit more than optimism to bring something to this realm. Page of Wands. So, Page of Wands. With this Page of Wands energy, you're passionate. You're in a better place than before, and you feel pretty unstoppable. I would be wary of immovable objects, and remember that things will not always go your way. So this Page of Wands, he's kind of sitting there with his chest out, really no problems. That's what you're trying to manifest, and this is try not to let your passion get the best of you. So while you're feeling good, remember that it's not all about you. You see how the Page of Wands is in the picture by itself, but in this world we live in, we need to consider how our actions will affect the people around us, be it your family, be it your friends, because whatever you're focused on, whatever passion that you have, it seems to involve other people, is the energy I'm picking up on. And with that in mind, you might just want to be considerate, because what passion often does is it stops considering how the action will make other people feel. So your challenge is to kind of temper that passion with how it's going to make the people involved feel. And that's it for my Moon in Gemini. We will be moving to the Moon in Libra next. And also, I just wanted to take a moment of gratitude for joining me today. Again, if you're finding my reading helpful, I ask that you at least click on the link of No Baby Blisters. And also, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I want to say thank you for that. Going into the reading for my Moon in Libra. The High Priestess. Uh-oh. So the High Priestess that's an odd energy. So it's an energy of less manifestation, and it's a really selfish energy. So when I think of the High Priestess, you're putting a lot of attention somewhere. And the High Priestess, this is your past energy. So you might be focused too much on the physical realm. So you might be leaving out the spiritual nature of where we live. Like, no matter where you are, you cannot escape the ethers. Your ancestors know every single thing you do, and you are still their wildest dreams. The challenge with the High Priestess is it's a little bit more immature than the Empress card. And right now, you are just me, us with the people who are still here. And I think the challenge right now for you is to remember a couple of relatives that have either passed, or a couple of people around you who are struggling with things. With this High Priestess energy, the Moon in Libra, remember that you're not the first person in your bloodline. Like, it's really, you're too focused on what's in front of you instead of the events, and you cannot act as if you got to where you are in life all alone. I know you can tend to be, Moon in Libra tend to be very independent, but there definitely was people who helped you along the way, whether they're still with us or whether they're gone. So make sure that we pay proper respects to Spirit. Three of Swords. This is Betrayal energy. This is heavy betrayal energy. It's a energy of letting go, evaluate how this person comes to treat you. So right now it seems that you're idolizing, or you are infatuated with an idea of someone, and it's not mutual. So what actions, like you're idealizing this, romanticizing this person, and it's not mutual. With this Three of Sword energy, it's a challenge to let go and evaluate how the person actually treats you. So there's someone you're really into, and I hope you weren't expecting good news today with my Moon in Libra, but you need to let go. Whatever idea, whatever fantasy you're living in with this person, it's not mutual, and you're only going to continue to hurt yourself pushing so much effort into this relationship, because those Three of Swords, like there's nothing, not a single action you can take that changes how this person feels about you. So it's best you just relinquish control and go with the flow, and focus in on less about what you think about this person and how you idolize this person, and actually evaluate their actual actions towards you, Moon and Libra. And Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, it's a little bit, it's not the best energy, because there are some worries and concerns and balances. You're ignoring your own, whoever is putting you in this Three of Swords energy, you're ignoring your own needs for others. While you've been pressing the green button for others, you've been ignoring how you feel about yourself. So you've really been lacking in the self-love department. This is not a good energy when it comes to the Five of Pentacles, because you see how this person in this photo is focused on one of these pentacles. So that's one thing that they're trying to do, but there are other things that will be so much more beneficial to you. So with this Three of Swords energy, you need to shift your focus off your relationship and shift it either into your family, your professional life, your things that you care about outside of your relationship. I know it can be challenging because romance can be fun, but right now, let's face it, your romance is not fun. You don't feel good, and you want the relationship to work out, but with this Three of Swords energy, you're obviously getting the short end of the stick in this relationship. And with this Five of Pentacles, Spirit feels as if you're wasting time focusing on that when there are other things that could be better for you. And also take your time, Moon in Libra. All right, let's move on to my water signs. So I'm about to read for Moon in Pisces, Moon in Cancer, and Moon in Scorpio. So yes, if you have a Moon in Pisces, a Moon in Pisces, a Moon in Cancer, or a Moon in Scorpio, I'm about to start reading for you all. Find out what's going on with my Pisces. Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups, this is good. This is cute energy. So the Knight of Cups is fantasies, or your inner world suggests exploration of your interior landscape. So this is a proposition, an invitation. Someone has poured their little heart out to you, and this is a little bit more, and it's a pretty sizable offer. Like, this is somebody who is stern on presenting something to you, and they don't want to take no for an answer. This is a little bit more serious than the Page of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. So your inner world suggests exploration of your inner landscape. So you need to meditate, and someone probably offered you something. You were like, you probably didn't think anything of this offer, but you were shocked by the offer, but you didn't think anything of it. Like, you thought, oh, that's nice, that's cute, or whatever. And then you didn't get any thought to it. But this person, whoever made you this offer, they're serious about you. This is optimistic, lovey-dovey energy. Like, this person's put some thought into whatever they offered you, and because you weren't expecting it, you didn't think about it. But this is pretty good vibes with this Knight of Cups. And you also have Spirit of Support. So that's the difference between the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups. With the Page of Cups, you're typically more independent, and Spirit is like, I don't think that offer is worthy of you. But the Knight of Cups energy is saying, hey, this offer could make you happy. And that's really where we want to get to. And Queen of Wands energy. This beautiful gal. She's gorgeous, isn't she? So with this Page of Wands energy, this Queen of Wands energy, it's independence, it's leadership. Hold your head high. Your manifestations are above you now. No more effort is required at this point. Relax and allow spirit to carry you. So you see how she has her chest out, she has her wand, she's not looking around. Spirit has already heard what you've been asking for and already knows what's going on with you. And with the Queen of Wands energy, it's kickback time for you. The only way you can upset a Queen of Wands is if you don't get out of her way. Like, you stop putting forth the effort. There's nothing required. Just go with the flow and do not worry. Once you receive a Queen of Wands card, what this means for you, Moon and Pisces, is that you've already manifested. You're already on your way. And the Queen of Wands is the independent queen. She's the independent queen. All you need to do is hold your head high, be confident, and in retrospect, look back at the work you've done to get to this point. Because the Queen of Wands is already in front of you. And if you just take a second to look around, you realize that you've already put in a lot of work. That's why there's no more effort required on your part, Moon and Pisces. Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups. With the Eight of Cups, you're kind of full. So there's a lot of emotion. You might be getting ready to go through a very emotional time with this Queen of Wands. You're at the end of the rope, breaking point, and it's a painful realization. It's time to walk away from the past. So Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Really, what I'm picking up from this energy is there is some offer that's been made, and what's been holding you back, and what the Queen of Wands is trying to urge you to do is stop comparing this person who's trying to enter your life with this new occupation. It doesn't want to be compared to your past because it's going to be better for you. Whatever is entering your life, if you have a moon in Pisces, is going to be better for you. But with this Eight of Cups energy, you're at the end of your rope. You're at a breaking point. And you keep painfully realizing and painfully reliving the past situation that compares to what this Knight of Cups offered you. So whether it be a job interview, a car, it's like, yeah, this is nice, but my old one was such and such. When it shouldn't matter, because that cup is already empty. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're comparing this manifestation or whatever this Knight of Cups brought you to, it's already, you don't have any choice but to accept it as it is. So there's no point in doing the comparison in what you had and what you have, because you're at a whole different space and you need to focus on the cups in front of you. And you see how he's looking down and this moon is above him? That moon is behind him because you're emotionally still attached to something that's already let you go. And when you're at the end of the rope, it's better for you if you just focus on what you have now and enjoy and find joy, find happiness, find ahi in what you have now. That is my moon in Pisces. That's my Pisces. Next, we are going to move to the moon in Cardinal Water. Moon in Cardinal Water. If you do not know what that is, if you have a moon sign in Cancer, we're going to see what's going on with you. hang on with my moon and Cancer. So the energy I'm picking up already it's very lighthearted energy. You might just be coming through a rough patch if you have moon and Cancer. But it feels like you're doing a good job needing to be releasing what needs to be released. So, Page of Wands. So you have the Page of Wands. If you have a cardinal and if you have a moon in Pisces, you have Page of Wands energy. You're in a better place than before. You feel pretty unstoppable. And things are going your way. The challenge with the Page of Wands energy is knowing when you're hitting your head up against a brick wall, because you are starting to catch a little bit of momentum and things are starting to pick up for you. You have to remember that things will not always go your way. So when you're met with resistance on this road, on this thing called life, and unexpected things happen, you can't always prepare for it to see it coming. And that's what you have to accept as the Page of Wands, is that things will not always go your way. And if you don't go your way and you don't like it, there's no point in resisting. I know this Page of Wands energy, you having a cardinal water sign as your moon sign, you typically it really bothers you when you can't sleep. It really bothers you when you're not emotionally satisfied. So with this Page of Wands energy, usually our spirit allows you to emotionally feel good and really focus on your physical challenges or your family challenges or other people's challenges around you. You typically just surf through anything that comes your way, but spirit wants you to be wary that, hey, you might know how to surf, but if spirit sends a wave big enough, you can get knocked off your surfboard. You've gotten so comfortable surfing on your surfboard, if you have a moon in Cancer, that it's going to sting if you get knocked off of your emotional balance right now. Because currently you're in the Three of Wands energy. It's momentum is starting to experience slight difficulties with pushing through. Like I said, those waves that you're going through right now, moon in Cancer, you got Page of Wands energy, but it's headed to the Three of Wands. So it's like, all right, that you were moving faster than you were before, and now it's slowing down. So it's taking a little bit more paddling to get upstream for you. It's taking a little bit more emotional. It's taking a little bit more effort on your part. You don't always like this, but it can't always be easy flowing energy. Right now, the tides are getting rougher because Spirit is preparing you for something ahead of you. So with this Three of Wands coming from this Page of Wands energy, you were having a good old time. See how he's got a smile on his face. It's going his way. He's feeling good. But this Three of Wands looking like, all right. Looking at those two ones like, shit, it's getting a little tough. It's starting to bring a little sweat out of you. But you still have a little bit momentum coming from this Page of Wands energy, but you're starting to experience slight difficulties. The challenge is to not let these difficulties get to you or see them as the end all be all. Because you're heading into big Leo energy. So this is the Strength card. You see that Spirit is calling you to show strength. So this is very fiery energy. You might be called to be a little bit more of a leader if you have a moon in Cancer. And you have to play to your strengths, either with this Three of Wands energy. And so you have a moon in Cancer, but you've drawn a Page of Wands, a Three of Wands, and the Strength card. These are all linked to the fire element. So there's a manifestation that wants to head towards you. The challenge right now is to take this Three of Wands energy and prepare to put a little bit more effort into it. And you have to remember to play to your strengths, because Strength card is typically a card of elevation. Either you might be getting ready to go through an incredibly difficult time or go through a incredibly good time. But based on what's about to happen to you with this Three of Wands energy, whatever change is coming up, either you're going to have to be as strong as you can to push through it, because there is something on the other side, or you're going to have to be strong enough to humble yourself. So because sometimes strength causes us to be humble. The strength card can be very prideful, it can be very raw, but if you feel like bragging, it's probably best for you to be quiet. Because this strength card, it can turn on you really quick. Right now, you are comfortably standing behind whatever you've created. Like, yeah, ain't nothing mess with me. But if that hyena turns his head on you, what can you do? So with the strength card, be wary of the fires that you start, especially as a moon in Cancer. So that's Cancer. Lastly, my moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio. Let's see what's been going on with my moon in Scorpio. So I think you were dealing with the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. So you had Four of Swords and the Six of Swords. You were doing a lot of overthinking. So hopefully you've just been sleeping and taking care of yourself, because that's all you've really needed to do to get to where you're going right now, moon in Scorpio. But let's see if you've still been overthinking. You had a lot of overthinking. And as a moon in Scorpio, your mind can go around and around. Like you love the occult, you love the unknown, you love the what if questions. But the what if questions, sometimes they never end. Once you start asking what if, there's always another what if question that can follow it. And you have to learn when to stop. There's only some, Rome was never built in a day. It was never built in a day. It cannot be destroyed in a day. Therefore, overthinking on the situation with four of Swords energy and the Six of Swords, what the challenge for you was to stop the overthinking. Trust spirit. Six of Cups. Uh-oh. Six of Cups energy. So whatever you were overthinking, moon and Scorpio, the water signs and the air signs have done really well today. The Six of Cord, you've been denying your inner child. There are things that you used to do for yourself that you aren't currently doing. You're not nurturing you enough. So last week when you had that Four of Swords and Six of Swords energy, you were overthinking, and then from that overthinking, you begin to talk and you begin to try to make someone attracted to you. You begin to try to make amends. You basically put too much trust in other people. And the Six of Swords card is your inner child is like, hey, remember when we could live without this person? Remember when we didn't used to have to do this? It's a nostalgia and playful attitude. So basically the 5 to 10-year-old you is out on the swing set waiting for you to do something that you used to do that you really enjoyed. It's really an energy of innocence. And you cannot have this energy of innocence if you focus too much on the physical stimuli. So it might be too much partying. It might be too much physical contact with a significant other. It could be too much. So either it's too much communication and too much of making your happiness depend on someone who isn't you, moon and Scorpio. I know it's a very selfish energy, but you got to think on the flip side of that selfish energy is you need to be stingy with yourself as well. The only time what really makes moon and Scorpio happiness is finding ways to, when you're alone, not be so eager to reach out to someone to just receive a reply. It's to really sit down with yourself and get back to who you were and things that you used to appreciate. For example, if you like to read books, if you like to run, whatever you were doing as a child before you began chasing skirts or began trying to make this guy happy. I know it's the holidays, but you should think back to how you used to feel about the holidays around this time. and how good you used to feel, and were you doing before you were so relationship focused, before you were so family focused, before you started worrying about every other person's problems. How did you feel? Because this is a really lonely inner child right here. That's where you're at right now. Moon and Scorpio is, you need to sit down and meditate and make sure that you feel all right as deeply as you can. Let go of the external validation. And the Nine of Pentacles. So this is one of the most confident pinnacle cards you can get. So you have the ability to be very self-reliant, very successful. Your resourcefulness, you have a good bit of self-discipline. You've been challenging yourself to become a better person, and you may feel like the work you put in is going unnoticed. That's the thing about being alone. So from the Six of Cups energy, your inner child is saying, why are you trying so hard to make this person happy when I've seen you go through every challenge that you have in your life and you were fine before? What makes this person, or what makes this situation so important now? Because like your inner child knows that you're capable of so much more. Like if you just quit looking for wherever you're looking for social external validation, you don't need it. This is confirmation that it is not. Your inner self and spirit wants to applaud your growth, and all you need to do is focus a little bit more on your inner world. I know the Six of Cups isn't always the fun energy, but that's the point of it. When you're able to get back to yourself and get back to your point of independence, because you are capable of great independence, you can reach this Nine of Pentacles, which is very close to abundance. See how it's like the captain, on the Captain Morgan bottle, how he has his kind of foot up. He's good. His head is leaned back. He's just captaining his ship. He's self-reliant. You can't stop him. That's where you're supposed to be right now. So this is a card of resourcefulness and self-discipline. So keep pushing yourself to be a better person and let go of that external validation that you're looking for, because you can do it. You don't need any help. The Moon card. So this is a card of emotion. This is basically Piscean energy. It's time to get some sleep. Time to get some sleep. So the Moon card is definitely a very emotional time, and it's less fire energy, it's less earth energy, it's less I need energy, and more feeling. So you need to really evaluate how you feel about yourself. Get some sleep, get some rest. Go sit outside. Just be by yourself for a moment, because what's happening right now, and the reason why the Six of Cups and your inner child is so upset with you right now, Moon and Scorpio, is because you've been looking for company too much. You know how to you're very good on your own, and your Six of Cups is wondering like, why are all these people around me? Or why does my happiness depend so much on one person that isn't myself? That's the question Six of Cups is asking. And that's why you need to spend some time with the Moon card. So really sitting down. I know meditation is tough. It's tough. Really, meditation is tough. But when you're able to sit with your moon and really kind of sift through how you're feeling about yourself, you're going to find that your thoughts are shifting towards a person. And that's where your problem is. When you're sitting alone and you have a moon in Scorpio, you need to be focused on either your past self, what you can do to better present yourself in the present, or preparing for your future. It's not fair to your inner child to assume that someone's going to be there down the line as you prepare in this future, especially with this Nine of Pentacles energy. More than likely, you're going to be very self-reliant. You need to be a little bit more selfish with how you feel emotionally, because if you ignore this Moon card, you are a little bit at risk of falling off emotionally. So what this means is you won't feel as well emotionally. This Six of Cups is challenging you, like basically a grade schooler is challenging you to be independent and not to be so reliant on someone else to make you happy, because it knows that you're capable of high self-reliance. So you don't need anyone else to give you anything. And this Moon card is future, because it's like, all right, now, if you keep looking for happiness in this, external validation, this person, this group, whatever you're trying to please, instead of pleasing yourself and making yourself happy, this moon card is going to go reverse. And that is not a good feeling. You do not want the moon card to go in reverse, especially when you've been doing good. You just need to be a little bit more self-reliant and a little less reliant on the crowd. If you need any additional information on the reading that I provided today, you can look in the link in the description box, as well as if you have found this reading helpful. I ask that you make a donation to nobabyblisters.com with the link in the description box. This is the Sharaba V Tarot channel. I'm your host, Pickles. You all have a wonderful day. We will pick back up week after next. And on Wednesday of this week, I will be doing the Earth and Fire sign moon readings. You all have a wonderful day.